Welcome to the Elite Podcast Network, home of the #1 independent wrestling coverage, available on iTunes, Stitcher, blogtalk Radio, and wherever you get your podcasts from. Follow us on Twitter at Elite Podcast Net and join the revolution now.
WHRADIO.
Welcome back to WrestlingHeads Radio. It's me, Oscar. You know we're going to have a great, badass night up in this biatch. I got two people joining us right now. I got the man who's been on the show since day one, Mr. WH Skits. What's going on, Skits?
What's good? What's going on, Wrestling Heads? Looking forward to the show. Should be fun.
Yeah, and also, Tom couldn't join us, but we got a little replacement here from our neighbors up north in the country of Canada. I got Mr. Matthew Grant. What's going on, Matthew Grant?
It's me. It's M-A-T-T. What's going on?
But the Jeff Jarrett thing, I like it. But anyways, we could talk about Global Force and all that stuff later on, but I feel like talking about some Lucha Underground, you know what I'm saying? But we can't talk about Lucha without our special guest here tonight. The man I'm about to introduce, you should know who he is anyways. It's not like he's just really started up or anything like that, but the name I'm going to give out, you should know who he is. We all know him as the Mack in Lucha Underground, but I would still like to call him Mr. Chocolate Thunder himself, Willie Mack. What's going on, man?
Nothing much, chilling like a villain.
Like always. For our listeners, if you guys have any questions for Willie Mack, you can tweet us at WrestlingHeads and Skits. You maybe want to give our listeners, if they want to call in the show, you want to give them the number.
Yeah, the number is 347-945-5566. Call us up and we'll put you on air.
Yeah, definitely. And please be respectful, please. Willie, I would like to ask you your first question. I want to ask you about your opponent for AWS and next week's Ultima Lucha. But just to put it out there, in case people who should be watching Lucha Underground, last night Dario Cueto made an announcement that Ultima Lucha is going to start early, and he's going to start off with you and Cage next week in a Falls Count Anywhere match. That's going to open up the show. And you're also going to wrestle Brian Cage this Saturday at AWS. I want to ask you, what's your thoughts of Brian Cage? Because I've seen you guys wrestle so many times. You guys have a lot of history together. I mean, I could go back to PWG when you wrestled Kevin. Well, he was then Kevin Steen, but now Kevin Owens for the PWG title, and he attacked both of you guys. And I also want to say you guys wrestled back in Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. But I want to give out your thoughts to your opponent for Saturday and next week, Ultima Lucha.
He's a big-ass dude, and shit, he know how to bring it, and I could bring it just as well. Like you said, we got a history. I wrestled him back in Mach 1 Wrestling out there in Anaheim in 2010.
Damn.
And then I came over to Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, had a couple of matches with him over there, and then had one match at PWG. And then we had a four-way match when it was me versus Cage versus TJ Perkins versus B-Boy. And, yeah, it seemed like I can't anywhere I go, I can't get that fool out of my way, so I'm going to just have to go through his ass again.
Yeah, last night on Lucha Underground, you had that match with him, which you beat him like really, really quick. And then you guys came out with your own version of what we saw Monday Night Raw, your own version of Brock Lesnar and Undertaker type brawl on Lucha Underground last night. It involved security, just like the same thing. How do you feel that you and Cage are going to open up a big show for Lucha Underground? That hopefully maybe it could be like their version of WrestleMania.
To like set the tempo and speed of the show, and you're the first thing that people see, so it feels great to go out there and showcase your skills before anybody else get to do a thing. You get like a fresh, hot crowd, and they be into everything. So yeah, it feels good to start it off, and hopefully as many more Ultima Luchas to come.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to say I'm the only one out of us three that was at that show, so I'm not gonna give out any spoilers. I don't even give out spoilers because I don't want to be banned from Lucha Underground. So for anybody that's listening that doesn't attend the show, what can you expect? What you can tell to our listeners? What kind of match you expecting you and Cage next week?
The match with me and Cage next week is gonna be. Something to watch. I can't really explain what it is. It's got a lot of everything in it, and I'm pretty sure they'll be into it just like they was in our first match on Lucha. And this one will like be the big payoff, and it's gonna be pretty damn good if I say so myself.
All right. Well, before I pass it on to I just want to say it for our listeners. I was there when you guys had that match, and I just want to say that. Out of all the matches I've seen between you and Cage, that was the best match between both of you guys. So let's see what happens in AWS. Maybe they'll top it, but I can say right now that was the best match out of all those matches I've seen between you two. All right.
They can drop and suck on that.
All right. Go ahead, Skip.
Yeah, Willie. Glad to have you back here on the show. But I just got to jump into. I know a lot of folks are pretty excited. They heard the breaking news last weekend with you and Silas Young going one-on-one at Ring of Honor. I didn't get to make it out there to Vegas, but I'm pretty sure you guys tore the house down. Talk to us about that matchup that happened last weekend in Vegas and what to expect if it makes Ring of Honor TV.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that ain't gonna make Ring of Honor TV. That's why I was able to do it. I'm pretty sure somewhere they'll have the footage and y'all can see that. But it was really good. I was anxious as hell and excited about it because I finally got to do a Ring of Honor show. That's all I wanted to do since like coming up. In the Indies, you always wanted to do the big three like PWG, ROH, and CZW was the big three of the Indies, and I had the honor of doing all three, and thanks for ROH for like having me out and be a part of their locker room.
For all of those listeners out there, can we expect another return of you maybe going back to Vegas or wherever Ring of Honor is having a show for another match for ROH?
Well, hopefully so. I got a lot of positive feedback. Everybody loved it, and the main people liked it, so that's all that matters. So we'll see what happens in the future. I'll be down for anything.
I just want to say to all those listeners, if you guys want to see Willie Mack on ROH TV weekly, tweet Ring of Honor. Let them know that you want to see Willie Mack in every city they go to and make them a regular with the roster. But I'm going to go the next question on to my boy Matt. Matt, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Willie, for joining us here on WrestlingHeads Radio on the Elite Podcast Network. Somebody I'm very close with in the wrestling industry is Ethan Page, and you got to face off with him a couple of years ago for the J-Lit tournament at AIW. Talk a little bit about taking part in that tournament and the other match you had in that tournament against ACH.
Oh, yeah, that was fun times because it was my first match over there. at AIW. And I didn't know much about Ethan Page. All I knew was from Canada, and Canada's cold as hell and it snow a lot. But that's the only thing I knew about him. But we went in there and we did the damn thing, and I beat him in advance to the next round against Nick Speaks the next day.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, it was a pretty good experience out there. I love to go back, but I guess, I don't know, hopefully in the future I can go back to AIW and get some more shows. I don't know. And if the fans want
Anybody else having any problems hearing him?
I can't hear Willie. It sounds like he's far away from the phone.
Oh, damn. It's breaking up. Can you hear now?
Yeah.
I can hear you, brother.
Oh, yeah, I said, yeah, I love to go back out there because it was a fun experience doing the J Lightning tournament. And, yeah, I met a lot of new people, and some people I already knew. And the first person I had to match with was Ethan Page, and he did his thing out there, and I guess he was really happy after the match. He said, man, thank you for the match and this and that. And I'm like, damn, he's going up to me like I did something special. I'm just a normal dude and having fun. So I beat him and advanced to face ACH the next night, and we did our thing, and he advanced on me. So it was pretty good. Hopefully I could go back to AIW one day if the fans want it enough and if the promotion is willing to do it.
Absolutely, man. I would love to see you back there. A couple of years ago, you got the chance to take on the current Ring of Honor World and Television Champion Jay Lethal at PWG. Talk a little bit about that experience, and is that something you want to happen again if the opportunity pop up?
Well, yeah, hell yeah, I like to, because that was my second time wrestling Jay, because I already wrestled at this one company called IWL, like a while before, and then, like, he made his PWG run, and I faced him then. And he beat me both times, so I like to get that rubber match in to see what the hell gonna happen.
All I gotta say is Ring of Honor.
Yeah, that's it, man. Make that happen. Make that happen. But I will pass it on to Oscar. Take it away, man.
Yeah, that's all right. My next question I want to ask, there's some people that wanted me to ask you this. I'm going to ask you from a company how I first discovered you. I first discovered you was on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, and I noticed that you haven't been on there for a couple of months. But my question I wanted to ask you, like, what happened between you and Championship Wrestling from Hollywood? How come you're no longer part of the company? Because I noticed that at first I thought maybe because you were doing Lucha, you took some time off from there. But then when he took you off the intro, that's all I was thinking. Okay, he's gone now. So what happened between you and Championship Wrestling from Hollywood? Did you leave in good terms, bad terms? Like, what happened between you and them?
Well, as soon as I signed that Lucha Underground contract, I can't really do nothing else with national TV deals.
Okay.
Like, that's the thing. If y'all got regional TV, I can mess with it. But if it's, like, national television, I can't, like, fuck with it.
Oh, okay. So when Skits was asking you about the Ring of Honor thing, so does that mean there's a good chance we won't see that your match with Silas Young on TV? Because of the Lucha Underground contract? That's
why I was able to do it. If that shit was going to be on national TV, I sure as hell wouldn't have been on it.
All right. So, all right. I just don't want to, just try to make sure of something because we heard what happened between Hernandez and TNA. So I know we just try to make sure we don't see and hear nothing between Ring of Honor and Lucha Underground. So, so how is your how was your contract with Lucha? I mean, I know right now you guys don't have a date like when you're returning, but how was your contract where you just explained that you can't do other national television, or you just can, but you can no longer do the Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. But is it something that, like say example, Ring of Honor wanted to bring you back for more shows or pay-per-views? Can you do that, or they have to go through Lucha if they want to bring you in for future more dates?
I'm pretty sure as long as it's like not televised, I could do it. Like if it was like a dark match or some shit like that, I could do it. But like as far as being on the actual show, I can't mess with it unless I get the okay.
All right. All right, I get you on there. All right, well, people, there you go. So, but going back to Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, I mean, I'm sure you're still cool with Dave Marquez and the guys.
It's in a different company now, and since every company trying to get like national TV deals or national TV deals, I can't like it's certain shit I can and can't do.
Yeah. Yeah, because they just now they're on YouTube America, which they're getting more exposure. So now I kind of understand why you can't do shows with them, because they're getting more exposure, and you're part of Lucha Underground. So that's, I understand, maybe that's why. So hopefully our listeners now understand why you can't be on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. But I like to thank Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, because without them, I probably wouldn't know who you are. I probably never heard of you until I started going to PWG shows. So, all right. I'm going to pass it to Skit.
Yeah. My next question, last month, on the PWG line, and you tweeted something about basically, them putting no SoCal talent in Boa, and a lot of folks were wondering, like, are you still in good terms with the company? If you can answer that for us, because a lot of folks were like, what's going on?
I don't know what kind of terms I'm at with them, because it's like, y'all saw they had that going away thing at Bola last year, right? And it's like,
right.
I don't know if they still think I'm in WWE or somewhere else, obviously, but I don't know. I guess, but it ain't that hard to contact. That's the thing. So I don't know what our terms is. But I know one thing, I'll probably be there tomorrow just to check it out to see what the hell's up. So, yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
Matt, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Is there any chance we could possibly see you competing on that PWG card tomorrow? No, there's a lot of matchups that haven't been announced.
I'm pretty sure I ain't going to wrestle on that show. If they wanted me, they would have hit my ass up a long-ass time ago.
That's a very good point. All right, I just thought I'd get that one out there. And for Canadian promotions, I know I was kind of talking to you about it before we went on the air. If you had the opportunity to wrestle for any Canadian promotions, any in particular you would want to come up here and check out?
Yeah, hell yeah, it's a bunch of them. I know that if that ECCW is still around, I like to check them out. And,
yeah, absolutely.
There's 2CW champion. I mean, there's 2CW Canadian, or that's something out here.
That's just in upstate New York.
Oh, I know some other company out that way that I want to try to hit up. I can't really remember.
C4?
That's the one I'm thinking about. I knew it was something with a C.
Yeah, I figured it was. Yeah, that's a really good place up in Ottawa. So would really love to see you either there, Smash Wrestling, Alpha One Wrestling. ECCW is a great promotion out in British Columbia. So hopefully we can make that happen.
Isn't like there a AAA candidate out there too?
I'm not too sure. I don't believe so, but definitely a lot of promotions up here in Canada, strong and healthy right now. So hopefully we can get the Mac Attack right here in the Ontario area sometime soon. Promoters, make it happen.
Oh, hell yeah.
Even though Canada,
I was out there for some kind of comedy rodeo festival or something.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. Probably something at West.
I think so. We was right next to the Shadow Dome with a Hitman play.
The Calgary Stampede?
Yeah, we was right next to the place.
Yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about. That's pretty awesome, man. That's I've been out there before as well.
Yeah, because I was out there for Lucha Vavoom and we had fun.
Yeah, hopefully we can make it happen sometime soon. But Skits, take it over, man.
Hey, it's my turn, buddy.
Oh, no.
Fuck.
I'm just saying, like, no, I'm saying if on the Canada area, I would definitely want to see Willie in Smash Wrestling for sure, because Smash Wrestling's on fire right now, and also one. Like the two killer companies out right now that I can see
I
Willie
can't forget
working
to
with,
plug Destiny World Wrestling. Well, that's another great promotion.
because you got guys like Juan, Johnny Gargano, and Candice and folks like that working at Smash, and Willie has worked with those folks before, so it makes perfect sense for with them too. So
Hopefully
hey,
we can make that happen.
Matt, you got the magic out there in Canada. Make it happen.
I will try and work my magic.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
Oscar.
It seems like people be late on me because everybody else get booked in places, but I'm like brought in a little bit later. It's like they just not catching wind of me and be like, oh, let's book this dude real quick. It's like, shit, y'all should have booked me like 5 or 6 years ago. Shit.
I hear you, dude. Take it away, Oscar.
Go ahead.
All right. Before I ask Willie my question, I want to let our listeners know, I mean, if you're all listening, tell your friends, like, hit up, like, Smash Wrestling or their Twitters, AIW. Just bug the shit and say, hey, we want Willie Mack. We want to see Willie Mack. So just bug the shit out of them. And I don't know where you'll probably see Willie Mack at AIW, Smash Wrestling, whatever. Just bug the shit out of them.
I got a tweet on the way.
Yeah, I better tweet him quick. I'm pretty sure Willie will retweet him. All right, my next question I want to ask you, there's a lot of fans want to know what's up with the future of Lucha. Is there any possible way you can give up an update, like when could be the possible next tapings for the next season? Because we've been hearing a lot of rumors going around that it could be moved to Texas or they found a new venue, but they might charge this time. Can you give us any update of the future of Lucha Underground?
Well, shit, I can't really get too much into that. Yeah, y'all just gonna have to wait and see like everybody else, because if I say something here, I might get in trouble, so I can't say nothing too much.
Yeah. All right, so we have to wait then. All right, fine. Well, I'm going to ask you another question about Lucha Underground. We all know Lucha is kind of like the cousin of AAA wrestling. I'm surprised they haven't brought you down there because they've been bringing down Cage and other talent from Lucha, like Johnny Mundo. But is AAA something you like to do? Like head down to down Mexico and do some work with AAA?
Yeah, if the opportunity came up, because it's like I did something for them like in 2013, I think.
Okay.
I think it was either 2013 when I went down for DTU, and Crazy Boy took me and AR Fox to a AAA show out that way, because it was a day off from the tour. And Conan saw us and said, hey, you guys brought your gear? And I was like, yeah, what's up? You're like, all right, we're going to throw you in this tag team match and make it a 6-man match. And we went out there, did our thing, and got pesos thrown at us after the match. I guess that's a sign of respect.
Yeah.
Hey, that shit was awesome. I thought it was glitter at first until that shit hit me in my head, and I was like, that's some hard-ass glitter. And that's, it's pesos.
Just for little listeners know, if you don't know what pesos are, that's money in Mexico. So I just want to put it out there. So it's like, what, 10,000 pesos, like $100? So that's how it is out there in Mexico. But, yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome because like everybody like got up and started clapping and throwing pesos in the ring, and yeah, after we got back to the back and Conan hit us up and said how long we were staying in Mexico because he wanted to put us on more shows, I was like, oh shit, I gotta leave like Monday, so I won't see y'all no time soon. But hopefully with this Lucha Underground thing going, they could bring a nigga down there pretty soon because I'd love to go back down to Mexico.
Yeah, because I'm sure Mexico is fun out there. I mean, AAA's been on fire. I feel like maybe because due to Lucha Underground, people got like, and it's like, put it this way, when Lucha Underground started up, the international wrestling's been on fire in Japan and UK, and I just feel like more fans got interested of international wrestling. So now you have Triple Mania coming up for I believe that's their version of WrestleMania. AAA. AAA is on fire, and hopefully we get to see you down there. So I'm gonna pass it on to Skid. Go ahead, Skid.
Yeah, Willie. AWS has 3 more shows left, and you could be the last AWS champ until they take a break. We got Razor's thoughts on AWS basically taking a break. What's your thoughts on AWS taking a break, and do you think it'll...
Well, I guess when you need to take a break, you need to take one because it's like sometimes you just need time to regroup and see what the hell you're going to do for the next set of shows or whatever you got planned in the future. And it's sometimes going to go to put out a little plan and see how things come together. So it's like Lucha, we on the break right now. So getting everything together, come back better and when we come back.
Definitely. And I think you'll still be a champ by the we see you have a lot of new coming in basically challenge you. Is there any other that are on your bucket list that you still want to face in AWS?
Oh, and AWS people to face?
Yes.
Well, yeah, I'm down for anybody. You see, Ray's challenged me last time. I like to get that one in with Scorpio since he got replaced. And there's a bunch of other folks up there I like to wrestle. But we'll see what happens in the future.
Definitely. Folks, just letting you guys know, if you guys in the SoCal area, go AWS some love this weekend. Willie Mack, Brian Cage going one-on-one for the AWS title. You got Famous B. He'll in action. I believe he's going to get Sanjay Dutt. Also, B-Boy and Lil Cholo. I think they're going against PP Ray, right? Oscar?
Yeah, I think it's a triple threat tag team match. I'm believing Reno Scum got added into that as well for the AWS tag team champions.
All I know is AWS is definitely killing the game when it's matches. And you got some special guests all down here in Cali. So be sure to show love this weekend at AWS in Southgate. I'm just going to pass the mic to my boy Matt.
Yeah, absolutely. King of the Indies made its long-awaited return this past WrestleMania weekend with the WWE Live Experience announced for this coming year for WrestleMania weekend, and no King of the Indies tournament announced. Is it safe to say it won't be coming back this year? Have you heard anything about it?
I ain't heard nothing. All I know is just going to Dallas next year, but it's still early, so they ain't even got WrestleMania ain't even set up yet, so I'm pretty sure the King of the Indie stuff, if it does come out later next year, it'll be announced close towards the time. But it's fun that we follow on WrestleMania, so a lot of other people get to see other stuff besides just WWE crap.
Yeah, I agree. How is it like to compete in the King of the Indies tournament this year with its return and making it to the finals?
Oh, that shit was cool and random to me because I thought for sure I wasn't going to make it past half of them people I did. And making it to the finals was amazing because it's like dudes like Samoa Joe and Bryan Danielson and a bunch of other people low-key been in that tournament too. And they got great careers going for themselves. And for people to actually have faith in me to put me in that tournament, I feel honored to have that much faith put in me.
Absolutely. Oscar, take it away, man.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go back to Lucha Underground. I know you've been for just a short time. I know you're playing the role of Big Rick's cousin on the show, but on the current roster of Lucha Underground, who do you like to work with that you haven't got a chance to work with?
Of course, I like to probably wrestle Alberto Del Rio.
El Patron, yeah.
That was crazy.
Mundo, Johnny Mundo.
Mundo, okay. Yeah, I think he's been doing 10 times better in Lucha Underground when he was in the WWE. I think Skis mentioned last week that when he was in the WWE, he wasn't a fan of this till he moved to Lucha Underground. He's been putting out some killer matches out there.
Hell yeah. I like to get in there with Jack Evans' little ass and toss him around a little bit.
You know what? Yeah. That's something I never thought about. But yeah, Jack Evans, why not?
And I probably like to get a one-on-one in with Pentagon and Drago probably.
Man, Pentagon. Shit. Pentagon Jr., Willie Mack. Shit, that would be crazy too. I'm over here going crazy and the match hasn't even been booked. But yeah, that fucking list is ridiculous right there. I'm hoping somebody from Lucha Underground's listening and we can make some of these matches happen when they return.
And of course, I'd like to top it off. Of course, I'd like to top it off. I'd like to take on the dead man himself, Mil Muertes.
Yeah, definitely. Mil Muertes. I don't want to give out spoilers, but, he's going to get title shot against Prince Puma, but we'll see. Maybe he'll be champion in Season 2, but who knows? Maybe we'll like to see some gold on you, Willie. So we'll see what happens in Season 2.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
All right.
It's a lot of gold out there, too. You got the Aztec gold. You got the Gift of the Gods. Just been revealed.
Yeah, they
you
just
got
announced it last night,
title.
Yeah, they just announced it last night. Yeah, they announced it last night. In case you guys missed Lucha Underground, they announced this Gift of the Gods belt. That it's almost like a Money in the Bank type thing, but you don't sneak and tack and cash it in like that. You have to get approved by Dario, and then you guys go at it one-on-one. So it's pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of this one karate show I used to watch back in the day.
WMAC Masters.
Yeah, it reminds me of that show. Yeah.
That was my shit, Saturday evenings.
Yep.
that and Battle Dome.
Yep. Yeah, that was my shit. Because I used to be a fan like Mortal Kombat and shit, and this kind of reminded me of Mortal Kombat. So I was like, oh shit. So it was pretty cool. But yeah. All right. I'm gonna pass it to Willie. I'm sorry. Shit.
Oh, you saying just because? Oh, you said because me and Willie both black, you can call me Willie. No.
Yeah. I knew you were gonna go there.
No, but Willie, I want to ask you a non-wrestling question. What does Willie Mack do when he's not in that ring? What do you tell us some of your hobbies?
Well, some of my hobbies is beating up my little cats I got. Yeah, because they be raising hell when a nigga be trying to sleep. They'll jump and drop kick me in the head, and I just raise some hell on them back.
Are you talking about Simba?
Well, it's Simba, Fluffy, and Fluffy Jr., so I got 3 asses to, raise hell on.
Damn.
Yeah, if one ain't doing nothing, the other 2 is sneaking around doing something, too.
Yeah.
And then besides that, all I'm doing is, chilling, watching movies, and going to the movies, or just run around the neighborhood to see what I can get into.
Quick Xbox,
yep.
PS3, or 4?
PlayStation, man.
PlayStation. Okay.
Dude.
For sure. So this, for those that want to know more about Willie Mack besides him inside the ring, there we go. We just learned a little bit something about Willie. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the next question to Matt.
Yeah, absolutely. Willie, talk a little bit about the stuff going on in WWE right now. Are you a fan of the New Day stuff and the stereotype that's going on there?
Well, I don't know. At first, when it first happened, I was kind of happy for it because it looked like there was going to be a badass, like, new Nation of Domination type, but then they had them turn around and start clapping and preacher voicing and all the other hoopla shit. They got niggas shucking and jiving in 2015. What the hell is that?
I think Big E's hilarious, though. I think all of them are hilarious, to be honest with you. I don't know. It's me.
Kofi's clap strut down the aisleway is something to see, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was actually going to say to Skits that later on the show, I was going to tell him that, tomorrow night we're going to PWG, and he's going to go on the bus, and as soon as he enters Reseda, I was going to tell Matt right here, like, hey, Skits is going to do the Kofi Kingston entrance, New Day entrance when he gets to Reseda, so just imagine that.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Another thing I wanted to ask you about, and maybe a touchy subject, if you don't want to comment, but what exactly happened with the whole WWE possible contract last year?
Well, they signed my ass in April of last year, and, like, the whole thing is like a 6-month process before you actually get to go down there in fucking September. They gave me my physical, and the doctor just hit me up and said, hey, we don't like how one of your knees feel, and we don't like how your blood pressure is. So the next time I heard, the people who signed my contract told me they couldn't use me and don't plan on coming down to Florida for that reason. I'm like, all right, send me my medical records. And they said they was going to send them to me. The next day, they sent me my reception letter quick as fuck by FedEx, because that's what they like to do, FedEx. But now it's going on, how many? 10 months or 9 months? 9 months. It's been 9 months since the 20th of September or the 20th of October. And I ain't got shit from them. Because I guess how they work, I guess they think you're going to fix it on your own, but nothing's wrong with me. Everything is fucking cool, and I don't know what the hell's going on. And, like, now a lot of people thought I was smoking weed or something and didn't pass, like, the drug test. Hell no, I ain't smoked weed in, like, 4 years. So I know I was good on that one. But everything else is, like, a blur to me because I don't know why the hell they still ain't contact me. Because I called them every day to try to see what the hell's up with that information, but they ignoring me, so I don't know what the hell's up.
Yeah. It's a pretty crazy situation. Kind of Bush League, in my opinion. But, Oscar, take it away, man.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. When you mentioned about the smoking weed thing, I heard that rumor, too. I heard the rumor that supposedly you have asthma or some shit like that, and they're afraid that when you put you on live shows, you wouldn't handle it or some bullshit. That's what I heard. And one time I heard a while back you were going to TNA, so, yeah. I heard some crazy rumors about you, but yeah, that's some crazy shit. But anyways, earlier when you mentioned about when you did AAA, my question I want to ask you, I just want to see how the fans are in Mexico, but how was their reaction when you walked in? Did they boo you because you're an American, or did they cheer for you because they knew who you were and all that? Maybe they give you respect. Like, I just want to figure out how the Mexican crowd reacted when you walked in.
Well, shit, how you think they react? I'm a big-ass black dude with blonde hair at the time, wearing a big-ass purple robe. And, like, they was cheering for me because I came out with the technicals, but then after the match, they, like, really, like, figured out who the fuck I was. So, it was pretty cool.
I'm trying to figure out, like, the Mexican crowd out there because when Cage came in, I know he was a heel and all that, but they booed him because he doesn't speak Spanish. He practiced American. So basically what he's doing in AAA right now is almost like the Rusev character, but he's representing the United States. And you have in Tejano, which is one of the best heels in AAA, waving the American flag, and they don't like that shit out there. I was want to know maybe because you're an American, do they respect you because you're have your popularity, or out there because you're not from Mexico. That's what I'm trying to figure out how the Mexican fans work. And I want to go down there in AAA one of these days in Mexico. I speak Spanish, yo hablo español. So, hey, kids, let's just go to Mexico one day and maybe we can watch some AAA out there, you know? I got your back.
I was talking to some Spanish girls out there. But, shit. I want to get into the next question. Willie, you worked with CZW. You did the Best of the Best attorney. Talk to us about your time with CZW.
You know, it was fun. I got to visit the old CZW/ECW arena, which was torn down at the time, but I guess it's open again. And like a bunch of the people knew who I was already, but fucking a lot of them didn't know who I was. And as soon as I went out, did my thing, it was me versus Alex Colon and Greg Excellence in a three-way, and I ended up beating Greg Excellence, and Colon ended up getting the victory against me. But I got a please come back chant, and it was fucking amazing because they said Philly crowds is tough as hell to please, and they was pleased with the shit I did, so I'm glad of that.
Definitely, man. Pretty sure maybe we can see you return to CZW. I have one more question. We know you've been wrestling for a while. But if there was a job offer for you to like train people on the side, would you? Is that something that you would be down to do?
I can't never say never because it's weird. I'm like not good at training people. Like I'm one of those dudes that's good at doing it, but as far as teaching somebody something, it's kind of hard for me. Like
right.
If I'm sitting in on a class and see somebody doing some shit kind of wrong, I show them how to do it. But like as far as teaching the whole like class, I can't do that shit, I think.
Right. Because I know you sometimes spend time down at the Santino dojo, and I was wondering like why hasn't Willie done like a seminar or like something like that? But I guess now that you told us, you know, you never know. Maybe soon you'll be teaching guys how to wrestle and girls.
Yeah, maybe.
Matt, did you want to ask one more question?
Yeah, absolutely. There's been a lot of collaborations in wrestling lately. Obviously, there's been pop rumors of like NXT and New Japan, with Ring of Honor working with New Japan and Global Force working with TNA. What are your thoughts on all the collaborations in pro wrestling? Do you think it's a good thing for the business?
Doing all this stuff by yourself ain't nothing too special, but like you can bring out outside talent who your fans ain't never seen before. It's pretty good. Because it's exposure for both companies, not just one company. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. It's great for talent to be able to roam around and work for other promotions. I definitely agree. But Oscar, if you want to take the ball and end it off.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask him two final questions. First, I want to ask him, a few weeks ago, we had a Ring of Honor's own Michael Elgin, and I asked him about what's his take of this, I don't want to call it Wednesday Night War, because I don't see, all the three companies like NXT, Ring of Honor, Lucha Underground trying to like end each other's companies or whatever, or kill their companies. I think the proper term I like to call it wrestling is Wednesday or wrestling night is Wednesday night, whatever. I want to ask you, what's your, because you're from the Lucha Underground side of all this, what is your take of all these shows going on in the same time on Wednesday night? It's the show you're on, Lucha Underground, WWE NXT on the WWE Network, and you have Ring of Honor on Destination America, all going on at the same time. What's your take of all that?
It's whatever, because like NXT ain't even a factor. Because think about it, it's on the WWE Network. You can watch that after you watch Lucha Underground or TNA or something. So it's like that's not even in there. And, like, it's all going to be good wrestling because, like, if you're on the, let me see, the East Coast, and you got, like, cable out here on the West Coast, you can see, like, Lucha Underground first. Turn that off, then you see TNA later on, and then right after TNA goes off, you get a replay of the ROH show. So it don't really matter. You're still going to catch each and every show.
Okay, especially when you said about, I mean, it's interesting to say about how NXT is on the network. You can watch it anytime you want. You can watch it the next day, whatever you want to do. But usually they do their takeover shows, which they've been not that bad. They're 2-hour specials. But this time, their next one is they're doing it on a Saturday night. But I don't want to say that's what they're going to do from now on, because who never knows? Maybe they'll do it on a Wednesday night. But what about those kind of shows, those takeover shows? I feel like a lot of fans will rather watch that than, you know, whatever's going on in Lucha, because I feel like there's a lot of fans say, okay, what card's first? What's a better card? Then I'll watch this. Like, is that something that you maybe like to see Lucha respond, like saying, okay, you're going to do a takeover on a Wednesday night? Okay, we'll send a message like, okay, we'll put in the Lucha Underground champion versus the AAA champion. Is that something you like to see Lucha show response?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but, well, you've seen the Lucha shows. It's like, it don't matter what's on any other network or organization, we always got something that's going to end up being a good show.
Yeah.
And it only takes 1 hour. You'll see like 3 or 4 matches in 1 hour compared to all those other shows where they need 2 or 3 hours to give you like 3 and 4 matches at least, at the most.
All right, definitely. Well, yeah, I feel you what I'm saying. All right. My final question I'd like to ask you before I let you go is, what is next for Willie Mack? Because now you're on Lucha Underground. I'm pretty sure Season 2 is on the way, and hopefully you will see more of you in Season 2, maybe in a better rivalry, or we'll see what's up. But what's next for you?
What's next? I don't know, the world. Because the sky's the limit. I want to go back to fucking Europe to have a better, like, tour of Europe. Get up to Canada, because I love me some poutine, because I had that up there last time I was here.
All right.
Go back to Japan. Go back to Australia. And, yeah, rock the house over there to get more shows and up and down. Because I haven't been down south yet to wrestle either. Like, like up here, like Texas and all that stuff, I ain't never been able to wrestle over there, and I hope to have that happen in more East Coast tours.
All right. Well, people that's listening, East Coast or whatever, Midwest, bug your promoters, hit them up on Twitter, say we want to see Willie Mack, bug the shit out of it, and it will work. That's how it works.
Yeah, want to do that Dreamwave, want to do that AAW. Yeah. Want to do Beyond Wrestling, hell, everything I can.
You see, Matthew Grant, Bug, Smash Wrestling, I know you guys
shit, Beyond's tweeting right now, too. I might as well tweet these motherfuckers right now, let them know. Willie Mack is missing in your promotion. You got just about everybody named Mama that I've seen live at, you know, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. Where's Willie Mack? Willie Mack needs to be there, too. Like, what the fuck's going on?
MTW, Maryland Championship Wrestling.
I will hear all these motherfuckers up tonight. I don't care. We're getting Willie Mack down south, Chicago, all that shit. We're going to make this shit happen.
Let's make this shit happen. Let's all do it for Willie.
Hey, Willie, before we let you go, you want to throw your Twitter, Pro Wrestling Tees, all the good stuff that you got, or your sites or whatnot?
Cool. Yeah, you can hit me up on my official Willie Mack page on Facebook. Go ahead and like that shit. Follow me on Twitter at Willie_Mack. And go to my Pro Wrestling Tees site. It's Pro Wrestling Tees /Willie Mack, and you'll see all my shirts. And, hit me up on Instagram at Willie_Mack. I got a lot of randomness going on there, too. So, yeah, that's all my social media forms right there for you.
Definitely, Willie. We want to say thanks for being on the show. It's always a good time to talk some wrestling with you, and I'm pretty sure we'll see you soon.
Yeah, and he's gonna get arrested.
Oh, by the way, Willie, I was about to say that. By the way, Willie, we have to give you a T-shirt, bro.
Oh, sweet.
What size you need, bro?
We'll give you one AWS this Saturday.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, we're XL if you got it.
All right,
yeah.
for sure.
All right.
Hell yeah.
All right, Willie, man.
Thanks for being on again, man, and we'll see you soon, buddy.
Well, thanks for having me on WrestlingHeads. All y'all have fun and keep it wrestling.
Yes,
Definitely.
Sir. All right, brother.
Peace.
Peace.
Hey.
My boy Willie Mack, people. I would say Willie's probably been one of our like friends since day one, since we started doing this podcast stuff out here in SoCal and going to all the SoCal shows, like Real Talk. You know, he's been super cool with us, dude. Cool dude.
Yeah, he's one of the nicest guys you ever meet, and I just hope, like, you know, because I've seen him so many times, wrestling-wise. I mean, seen him in person a lot. I wish guys like Matt or Tom will get to see him in person much as we do. So hopefully you guys can take him up there in Canada or the East Coast, whatever. Just, I mean, do what you got to do. I mean, if I don't see Willie Mack in 1 month, it ain't going to bother me. So it's all good.
Matt, tell us about your experience on getting the interview, Willie.
Yeah, I really enjoyed getting to know a different side of Willie Mack in that interview. Not somebody I've exactly seen a lot. I've seen a little bit of his work on Lucha Underground, not something I follow regularly, but it's something I should.
He's trying to come to Canada.
Yeah, PWG, I've seen some of his work, and hopefully with that tweet I just made up to Smash Wrestling, maybe we can make something happen.
Definitely, dude. Let's take a real quick break, and we got a lot of wrestling talk.
Don't we have an announcement?
NXT. We got an announcement, too. We'll make that announcement as soon as we come back, people. So we'll be right back.
Hey, this is Ray Rosas. And PPA all day, the biggest man in professional wrestling, pretty Peter Avalon. And we are P. Ray. Love it. I love it. God, your voice is majestic. And you are listening to Wrestling Heads. You got this one. Radio. Woo!
This is Josh Alexander
and Ethan Page.
We are the Monster Mafia.
And you're listening to WrestlingHeads Radio.
All you have to do is believe!
Welcome back to WHRADIO. I am Skits, ladies and gentlemen. That's Oscar, and that is my boy Matt from WWP. And we back. I have a special announcement for you folks. It's about to blow your mind up. I told folks that I had a special announcement, and this is definitely special. We actually met this person last week, right?
Yeah, last Friday we met her.
If you watch Tough Enough, you might know who she is. She does MMA, and I kind of just gave it away right there. Tough Daria. Daria is coming here to WHRADIO on the 30th, so be on the lookout for that. It's gonna be fun talking to her.
Yes, we're bringing the Jersey Devil, Daria. She was just eliminated from Tough Enough a few weeks ago, and we met her last week, and she was a real nice person, and we're gonna have her on in the 30th, so be interesting to see what she has to say about or what she's been doing after she got eliminated from Tough Enough. So be interesting to see what she's gonna be doing now these days. So
yeah, maybe we'll talk to her how she got into the business. We'll probably even talk about a little MMA with her. And
maybe she'll give us a future, what her wrestling future is, because we could tell you this though, she is getting trained by Brian Kendrick.
Yeah, definitely, man. You did you want to say anything about that announcement, Matt?
Yeah, that's really cool for you guys. Really excited for a member of Tough Enough to be on the show, and might be another one in the future right here on WHRADIO. Working on it right now.
Oh yeah.
I'm really hoping. I'm hoping that happens too, because yeah, I'm just gonna be quiet because before I give it away.
Hey, Matt,
yeah,
can you
guys.
give us John Cena too?
What about John
Matt.
Cena?
He said, can you give us John Cena?
Stop it.
But anyways.
But yeah, guys.
Where we start? I mean, fuck, tomorrow's PWG. I'm surprised they have not announced a full card. Only four matches.
I say we go to NXT, because you know, there's a lot of good stuff to talk about, bad stuff to talk about. Eva Marie. We all know Eva Marie. We all know Eva Marie. She's getting trained by our boy Brian Kendrick at the moment. A lot of folks had a lot of good stuff to say. A lot of folks had some negative stuff to say. You guys' thoughts. Let's start with Oscar, because I already talked to Matt about this. Let's start with Oscar. I want to see Oscar's thought about.
Okay, her ring work did improve. I think her selling sucks. Like there's a spot where Cassidy obviously kicked her in the back. She made a sell that she got hit in the stomach. So her selling still sucks. But in the ring, like, her offense it's better, way better than it was before. She's doing more submission. She's doing the, you know, her finishers now, the Brian Kendrick sliced bread. Now she's changed her name to sliced bread. But at least she's admitted that, you know, she's got the move from Brian Kendrick, and it's basically tribute to Brian Kendrick. So she's putting it out there. But like I said, I gotta see more of her. If I was WWE, I'll make her a heel. But I think right now what they're trying to do is let's see how her in-ring work.
Cassie's not bad. I just want to throw that out there. Cassie's not that bad herself.
Yeah. I want to say she's in the level where Sasha Banks was when she first came out, until now we see her now. But Cassie has a chance to, I'm sure she's been patient enough, and then later on she will get her timing. Like, because soon, like, girls like Dana Brooks, Charlotte, and them, they're going to be going to the main roster down the road, so she can have that spot maybe like on a year or two. But I'm sure she's patient enough. But back to Eva Marie, I mean, her offensive moves, she got better on that. I'll tell her that. But I don't want to say she's the top diva. She's not even close to there yet. But I got to see more ring work of her, and I could give out and say, okay, maybe she have a future or something. So that's all I can pretty much say. She needs to work on her selling better, though. She really still needs to work on her selling, though.
I can definitely agree with you. I got to give her props, too. She did decent, She did decent for her first match, since her training with Brian. I think, the more you put her in there, the more she gets better. And I think she'll be fine. You just got to give her another chance. And I like how half the crowd was behind her and half the crowd wasn't. So I'm looking forward to see what Eva Marie's got to bring to the table. You, Matt?
I thought she definitely improved in ring. The one thing I really didn't like about this match, and I understand it's an ode to Brian Kendrick, but her sliced bread was awful. Like, it basically looked like Cassie was standing there as a post for her, just like, waiting for her to hit the move. It was really bad.
Yeah. I definitely have to agree with you on that. But just like we both said, she has a lot of improving to do.
She made a lot of improvements, no doubt.
Yeah, she definitely made a lot of improvements. Like, last time we saw Eva Marie, like, we were like, oh, where's the remote? Oh, bathroom break, But we'll see what happens. Besides that, on NXT, basically, Mr. William Regal basically made had the contract signing with Finn Balor and Kevin Owens. So it's definitely official. It's definitely going down. You know, I don't know if you guys noticed in that promo that Finn Balor had did in the beginning, he said that Kevin Owens took out Hideo Itami, and I was like, what?
Well, the thing is, though, they're trying to make it like Kevin Owens is the one that took him out, but I'm starting to think I believe he is not the one that took out Hideo.
Me neither.
I'm getting kind of the idea who it is now. I don't think it's Finn Balor.
Well, who do you think it is?
The guy who they're pushing hard as a heel right now, Baron Corbin. I'm thinking it's going to be him.
I don't know. I'm still pointing my fingers
at
Finn Balor.
Yeah, it's Baron Corbin. I'm not thinking it's Baron Corbin.
No, that's not what he said. Say it again.
I said, you see that corner? You better go sit in it right now.
Oh, all right. So who the fuck do you think? You think it's going to be Finn Balor?
That's the only logical explanation if it's not Kevin Owens, but I think at this point it is, unfortunately.
I was going that route, but I just feel like WWE don't want him to turn him heel yet because he's on fire as a babyface. Why turn him heel? I mean, I know he's better off as a heel and everything, but I feel like they don't feel like this is the right time to turn him heel.
Not right now.
Maybe.
Because Hideo Itami could be out for a while, but when he's close to him coming back, let Finn Balor play the innocent face, and then just let him turn on him. That's just me. I think it as a wrestling fan. But let's see what this person is calling right now. 614 area code has to say. 614, who's calling?
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Chase M262, or Chase Merriman.
What's going on, Chase? How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. How's everybody this evening?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
For those that don't know, Chase is part of the Elite Podcast Network family. He writes for WHRADIO for WrestlingHeads. He actually asked some questions for me. So, shoot, bro.
So why do you feel Sasha Banks is the best? I'm actually now writing an article for WrestlingHeads about why I think Ric Flair would be an ideal manager for Charlotte. Myself,
we don't need that. I don't think we need that.
What?
So I'm gonna tell you why Sasha is a better wrestler than Charlotte. I mean, Charlotte's cool. I'm not saying she's shit, but she's a full package. I mean, her walk, her everything, her ring moves, like she's the shit. Not shitting on Charlotte, but Sasha is way better than Charlotte, hands down. And I don't know if the gentlemen on here would agree with me, but I don't know. I feel like Charlotte has to live off her dad with the woos and all that shit. Like, be you, Sasha don't need that shit.
Well, Sasha is a different talent. I mean, she is great. I mean, she's amazing live. Charlotte is one of those. That's why I was saying that. So I'm writing about why she needs her dad, because of the fact that it's kind of like that manager type. It's like what Brock Lesnar needs Paul Heyman. Without Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar is a different type of person. And so Charlotte could be the female Brock Lesnar. Sasha Banks does have it all. She's kind of like the elite wrestler for the divas right now. But she's kind of like that, she's at the cornerstone where she can't really lose the title, but she has to get to the main roster. But I think WWE is not pushing her like they are for Charlotte right now. But that's just my thoughts. I mean, Sasha's got it all, but I don't like the fact that she is tagged with right now with Tamina and with Naomi. Sasha needs to be her own self. Sasha is a much better solo person than she is with a stable.
You know what I'm glad? You know what's glad about Sasha? That I actually fear this when she ever entered the main roster, but they haven't done this neither once since she been brought in. But I was afraid that when she goes in, they were keep mentioning, oh, she's Snoop Dogg's cousin. She's Snoop Dogg's cousin. I thought maybe they want to add that because, you know, how WWE likes to be, you know, putting herself out there like, oh, hey, we have Snoop Dogg's cousin wrestling for us. But I'm glad they haven't done it yet. So that's kind of showing me like she's showing herself more than how Charlotte is because of her dad. But Sasha's showing herself more. We all know she's Snoop Dogg's cousin, but Sasha's being herself. She's not doing the crip walk coming in.
Wow.
Hey, that's what Snoop Dogg does, right? That's what Snoop Dogg does, right?
Wow. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, Sasha's being herself, you know?
Okay.
I mean, she's being herself, absolutely. And, I mean, definitely with, you know, she has that amazing, you know, that ring entrance is great. You know, she's got the sunglass look. She's got everything there. You know, it's just right now, I think she would do better on NXT for a while than I think because of the full with the Divas, because it seems like they're really pushing Charlotte out of all of them.
I think they're pushing all the NXT girls, if you ask me. I don't, like, well, I haven't,
Becky Lynch really hasn't been in full position. She's kind of lost.
True. I mean, I think Becky's coming off an injury also, too, so she's still coming off an injury, so they're playing safe with her, too.
Which I think is smart. You kind of have to do that. I think that the key thing, though, with the Divas especially is, you know, you've got Bayley, who is the grooming, I think, going to be the next NXT champion, because once Sasha goes up, they don't really have any. I mean, you have Dana Brooke, whoop-de-doo. I mean, I should love her because she's from my home city, but, you know, I'm
going to have to give it to Emma. Emma's stepping her game up. Emma's going to help carry that division.
You guys don't want to hug?
Emma's going to be your number one heel, I think. And I think having Dana Brooke is kind of like that manager type and until she gets full-fledged. And then, you know, really Bayley and Carmella are your main faces because Alexa is really with the tag team division with Blake and Murphy, so she's not really wrestling right now. And then,
well, that means Alexa Bliss going to have to step her game up and, you know, stop getting game banged by Blake and Murphy and getting that ring. So
yeah, she's an okay talent. You know, I kind of liked her when she came out with that Sparkle Bliss, that kind of that Frozen type. I thought that was kind of a funny gimmick. But she's got some talent to her. You got Blue Pants, who I love. I think Blue Pants is, if they would give her a full shot, you know, she's amazing on the independent circuit.
What about Havoc, you know, getting signed? I know Matt, he's always talking about Havoc.
Yeah, how Havoc would be good. The problem with Havoc is that WWE, supposedly she sent up some racist tweet a while back, and WWE was not happy about it. So they kind of are like still kind of making her work really hard. And I think because of the fact that she has that TNA, you know, to her, that WWE kind of wants her to get away from that before they do anything, because they still have that motion. And that's the reason why they didn't sign Bully Ray back, was because of that TNA aspect, and because he was going to go. But I guess he refed some match, and WWE's like, no thanks. I think that's the thing. Like Marty Bell, she's amazing. She should be in NXT.
Well, to be honest with you, I mean, we'll have to see, because we already know right now Sasha and Charlotte are definitely on the main roster. But if you want to stay on the show with us and talk more wrestling, because we're about to move on and finish some NXT talk.
You guys kind of broke the news to me. I did not know about the whole Havoc thing just till now.
What, the racist?
Yeah, Havoc.
Oh, I thought I heard wrong. I thought you guys said Havoc got signed.
No.
Oh, okay, I heard wrong. I heard wrong. I was like, what?
Yeah, I'll definitely sound more than happy to. We'll talk whatever. You know, we've got all kinds of
For
things.
sure.
Oh,
ladies and gentlemen, Chase is going to join us.
I got to say something about Alexa Bliss for a second. I think she's going to be women NXT champion within now to a year. I really believe so. I really believe Triple H really likes her. They're trying to push her hard. So
when's the last time I seen her on TV? Is my question.
Last night, no.
No.
Like in a backstage thing. But I can tell you this though, she was announced today that she's going to be in the next video game.
Well, I think that's smart because she's managing Blake and
I know.
Murphy.
I know who Skits is going to play us.
I'm ready to play the game, to be honest with you.
Not the name drop, but Alexa Bliss actually went to my high school. She's about 5 6 years younger than me, so. But,
you should have hollered at her when you had the chance. But let's get on this NXT talk, guys. Since we're on the whole Divas talk real quick, Bayley and Emma had a hell of a match. I believe they main evented the fucking show. Looks like the Divas are definitely stepping their game up and trying to make a name for themselves because the women's wrestling boom is definitely going on. So it looks like Bayley got a win. I'm pretty sure they'll have her as the number one contender soon. Baron Corbin, he was on. He basically jobbed some guy that looked like a dude from Mortal Kombat. I swear that guy looked from Mortal Kombat.
That was Mr. 450. He's a big star in Puerto Rico, I guess. He is a pretty big independent wrestler down in Puerto Rico. I think it's WWC or something like that, and he's up in Chicago a lot. But he's actually a really good wrestler. He's kind of like their CZW type wrestler, like extreme wrestler. He's in like cage death matches. So I mean, he's legitimately a decent wrestler when he wasn't being jobbed out. But I think what they're doing right now is they're kind of making Baron Corbin this jobber killer, this guy who is unstoppable, and who's going to stop him? Is
he Ryback 2.0 or what?
I think he's going to be. I don't think he'll be a Ryback 2.0. I think he's more of that replaces the Kane in a Big Show, like that big brute force guy who was like an somebody who kind of your squash matches at first. The problem is
I have a question for you, Chase. Tell me this.
Is he going to rack him?
I think Baron is going to be. He'll be in the main roster. There's talks of people are wanting to be with the Wyatt family as their third member.
No, no, I would die.
There was some talk on the internet with that. I was like, no. He's a really cool dude. The company I used to work for, they go to the Arnold every year, and really, he's a really good guy. Like, really cool to talk to. He's a really
Baron's cool. Me and Oscar actually met him WrestleMania weekend. He's a cool dude. Just not, pretty sure all four of us here on the show right now, not big fans of dude. I really see a guy wrestle. That's just me.
I think, but he's that guy that's the killer of the enhancement talent. WWE's always had that guy. So he's kind of like NXT's version of bringing out a guy and I'll destroy him in 30 seconds type. Kind of that squash match. We need filler because we don't have a storyline right now to think of. So let's bring out Baron Corbin to, defeat some guy in 30 seconds and let's pitch show about, look what happened with John Cena doing a Make-A-Wish or something like that. So, he's kind of that answer until they figure out what to do with him. I think they're waiting for Big Show and Kane to fully retire, and then they'll bring him up, and then he'll be like the Kane or Big Show non-mask and the guy that, wrestles all the big-time guys. So we'll see.
Definitely. Let's move on, guys. Of course, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla tomorrow. 3 Mendes, 4. I'm excited. Me and Oscar will be in the building holding it down for the Elite Podcast Network. Follow us at WrestlingHeads. We'll have results, pictures, and all the good shit. Card is
Periscope
too. My Periscope. Shit, I'm not getting kicked out of that motherfucker.
No. I'm not saying during the matches, but
oh yeah,
a lot to the show.
Oh, I fucking thought we talked about this on Monday, but yeah, for sure, it's definitely gonna happen. So follow us on Periscope at WrestlingHeads. Make sure you're on Periscope as much as. Make sure you guys on Periscope. Make sure you guys on Periscope as much as Oscar and fucking Matt. But where's Matt? Is fucking Matt alive?
I'm here.
Yeah, he's there, man.
So let's go over this PWG card. Let's throw out our predictions for the 4 matches that have been there, and I'm pretty sure there's gonna be more guys showing up. So just look at the tweets, and we'll basically tweet like who showed up or like whatnot. So PWG, my boy Bailey, Speedball Mike Bailey gets Chris Hero. Chris has been on fire in the indie scene right now. Definitely, this man is definitely going to be on the WH Top 100 for sure. So been having a killer year, definitely having what they call a killer season. Him and Mike Bailey. Mike Bailey having one of those breakout years, I would say, breakout wrestler of the year type. Definitely going on. But Speedball and Chris Hero. I mean, Mike Bailey's been putting on a hell of a good matches in PWG lately with like Trevor Lee. But I would have to pick Chris Hero just because Chris he's fucking Chris Hero, and you got to give Chris a ball after getting beat by Zack Sabre Jr.
Well, Chris Hero you're right. He's having a year, unbelievable. I think he's been like the top in indie rankings like every week since January. I mean, the guy is tremendous, and his in-ring action is amazing. And how this guy is not signed by, Global Force or TNA or WWE is beyond me. I mean, this guy, he could be, he's very underrated. To me, when I watch him, it's like, wow, how is this guy not, wrestling on Monday nights or Wednesday nights? I think, he could be the future of wrestling. He's seriously just every match he puts on lately has just been unbelievable.
And I know my boy Matt. Yeah. Or go ahead, Oscar.
I was gonna say it, but when you mentioned about why he's not in WWE, I mean, he was in WWE, but he asked for a release, so I assumed that he didn't want to be there for a cool bit. But the future, he might want to come back. That Cassius Ohno account's still there, so who knows?
Yeah,
and I know my boy.
Go ahead.
Real quick, I was gonna say my boy Matt. He's been seeing Chris Hero lately at Smash Wrestling. Talk to us about this Chris Hero Mike Bailey match, because Mike Bailey, he's from the Canada area. Your thoughts on that match, and who do you pick?
Yeah, I've seen both. First, Chris Hero more than Bailey. Believe it or not, Bailey being Canadian. Hero regular in Smash Wrestling though, and been tearing it up all around. Both of them have been tearing it up all around, having some breakout years. Hard to say that for Chris Hero, but I mean, he's been having some killer matches, been getting to go all over the world, really just tearing it up. And Mike Bailey, PWG, best of the best. There's not enough to say about him. So, who wins this match? That's a good question. I'm going to go with Mike Bailey, though.
Chase and Oscar, you guys didn't get to pick. I didn't hear you guys pick a things.
I am going to pick Chris Hero, I want to say, because I can't remember when the last time Mike Bailey won a match. He's still probably going to keep losing in PWG. If he's going to win, it will be this match, but I just don't see him losing. I mean, with the effort that Chris Hero was putting out against Zack Sabre Jr., I don't see him losing twice in a row.
I'm going to go with Chris Hero. He's an Ohio guy, too. He's actually from Dayton, and I think, like I said, he did have his time in WWE, but I still think that he can go back. He's only 35, which some people think it's, kind of old, but at the same time, too, he's got a lot to prove, and I think that he wins this match to continue his incredible 2015.
Definitely. Let's go ahead and move on. PWG, Tremendous 4. The card, like I said, is short, people. So Speaking about tag teams, you got my boys Dan Barry and Bill Carr returning to PWG. Team Tremendous going against the world's cutest tag team, the former PWG Tag Team Champions, Candice LeRae and Joey Ryan. By the way, Ethan Page said Candice LeRae is by far the best coming out of the Indies. Your thoughts on that, Matt, when it comes to females?
Totally disagree, but we can agree to disagree on that one. I think Athena, I think Patty Loveless, I think there's a few others as well that come to mind. Tessa Blanchard's really good. Candice is up there. I'm not knocking her, but I think there's a lot of female talents that are better than her.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, those days I like when you met. I don't know about Tessa Blanchard. I haven't seen much of her. I want to add maybe even Kimberly. I think she's better than Candice. Cause I saw them wrestle before.
That and Cherry Bomb, Kimber Bombs.
What about Cherry Bomb?
I think Cherry Bomb's
Kimber Bomb,
another
they're a
that's
tag
better
team.
than.
Oh yeah.
I think as a tag team, or sorry, as singles, I think they're better than Candice. But I mean, I don't want to sit here and knock Candice. She's a fantastic talent. So, more women's wrestlers we have good, the better.
Yeah, and like I said, I've seen Candice wrestle Kimberly once, and Kimberly destroyed her. I'm sorry, and there's no way she's better than Kimberly. I'm sorry.
You guys' thoughts on this tag team match? Let's start with Matt, then we'll go around the horn. I'm going to go ahead with, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying this. Please forgive me. The world's cutest tag team.
Fuck that. I'm going Team Tremendous.
Hey, I want Team Tremendous to win, but I don't see them winning. If they win, I'll be happy.
Yes, I guess I'm gonna go with both kids tag team. I have to think you're gonna try to give them another run for the tag though. I don't know when, but it might happen.
I'm going to go with World's Cutest Tag Team. I mean, Candice LeRae can take a backbreaker. Have you guys seen that with Cedric Alexander?
Oh, we saw it. Everybody named Mama
saw it. You can actually see the line. You can see my hand go over my mouth where I was at. I mean, she can take a backbreaker, and honestly, she's got so much talent that most people don't realize. And, yeah, she got destroyed by, Cherry Bomb and Kimberly and that, but she's very underrated, and she's super popular up in the Midwest Indies. But I really think, Joey Ryan right now is being really over, and Candice is being really over, and I think that we're both going to get
Joey Ryan's definitely not over when it comes to PWG. I'm just saying.
No,
really?
No way. They hate out there. I mean, I always say this in the show. I think Joey Ryan is the John Cena of PWG. They don't like it. He's a baby face that just cannot turn heel. The crowd's going to keep hating him. They're just waiting for the day that he betrays Candice, but the thing is, though, that's not going to happen because he kind of needs Candice. So there's no way it's going to happen.
I think that they'll win this one, and I'll be kind of curious to see what happens after this event. I mean, Joey Ryan is really getting a lot of looks, I've heard. I think I've heard NXT. I know he's with Paragon. I've heard NXT was possibly interested in him, and I think TNA was possibly interested in him as well. Candice's boyfriend, Joey Gargano, has got a lot of looks.
You said Candice's boyfriend who?
Candice's boyfriend is Joey Gargano, or Johnny Gargano.
Johnny Gargano.
Johnny Gargano's got a lot of looks. He just had an NXT tryout, and he just had a big match in Global Force Wrestling in Cleveland against Eric Young. So she's got kind of that push, and Johnny's going to, I think, go probably pretty soon to either Global Force or NXT when I talked to him a couple weeks ago.
Wow, that's a good source right there. Let us know what's going on with that one.
Yeah, Johnny lives about probably 10 minutes from me, but he trains up here with AIW in his wrestling school, but they actually are starting to prepare, I've heard, just in case, because his tryout match with NXT against Aha Nation, they were really impressed, but I think there's a certain part where I think Johnny wants to stay in Indies because I think he's afraid if he goes to NXT, they're going to reshuffle everything that he did and everything he's built. So we'll see what happens.
Definitely. I'm going on to the next matchup. My boy Ricochet going against his best friend, Tozawa, the real best friends of PWG. I'm going to go Ricochet going over on this one for sure. It's going to be one hell of a match. Two bosses doing their thing.
Yeah, Zawa is his first PWG show in a couple of years. I was going to go to Zawa, but you know what? I think it makes more sense for Ricochet winning this match. To us, he was the best wrestler of the year last year, and Ricochet is still killing. He's doing well in Japan with Dragon Gate in New Japan. I mean, I just feel like it makes sense to give it to Ricochet because why would you have him lose to a guy who hasn't been in a couple of years? And Akira Tozawa, I mean, the resume like a Kenny Omega or I'm trying to think like a Super Dragon anytime. I mean, if you put in him, Mike Bailey, okay, I'll pick Tozawa, but I think it makes more sense to win it.
Definitely. Matthew.
I'm going to go Ricochet. I don't think Tozawa really has anything to prove in this. Is Ricochet in Battle of Los Angeles?
Yes.
Yeah, that's another reason why I think he's going to go over as well, give him a little bit of momentum going into the tournament, considering he won the tournament last year. So I think he picked up the victory here.
Yeah,
definitely. Go ahead, Jace.
I was going to say, I'm definitely going to go with Ricochet, too. He won Battle of Los Angeles last year. He's in it this year. He's pretty much, I think, at least in the Midwest sense, he's almost the face of PWG. He's going to have he's got a couple of independents Midwest-wise that I've seen, and his ring work has just been tremendous. I don't think that they would have him lose in this one.
Definitely was one of the best wrestlers of the world last year, hands down. And I think his year is about to heat up right now to even put him back up there on the top 5 wrestlers of the year. I think his year is about to heat up. He's about to return to New Japan Pro Wrestling. We know he won the Best of Super Juniors last year. Who knows? He might be for IWGP Junior Heavyweight title in New Japan Wrestling on the day of the finals. This was definitely going to be the main event. Angelico and Jack Evans, tag team in AAA wrestling, are going to go against the best team in the world. I don't know what the fuck is right, but I'm going to say it. Bucks. The Young Bucks going against Angelico and Jack Evans. I'm going to keep that match down, and the Bucks going over for sure. Sure, every gentleman on this show agrees.
Yeah. The only way I can say, the only chance I give Angelico and Evans to win this match, if fucking Young Bucks does a little promo before the match, we're not putting the towels on, man. You guys need to earn them, and that's the only way I can see Angelico and Evans winning that match. But I'm just gonna pick the Young Bucks. It makes more sense they win the match. You brought in, Mount Rushmore 2.0.
Another Angelico was returning for Bolo weekend.
What?
So I'm just out there.
Yeah, I know they are, but I'm just saying, it doesn't make sense for them to win unless the only way it makes sense is that Young Bucks does like a mic promo and say, hey, we're not putting the towels on line against guys that haven't been on here, so if you guys could beat us, we'll give you a title shot in the future, and that's the only way I can see him beating them. But I'm just picking the Young Bucks. Huh? Why are we all quiet?
Matt or Chase, which one of you guys want to go ahead?
Go at it. I think the Young Bucks for sure. I mean, the Young Bucks, they're the best tag team in the world right now, and they're the best tag team that's not signed by Vince McMahon and company. There's no way that I think the Young Bucks lose this. They're so over. I mean, everywhere they go, they're over everywhere. I mean, you could put them in the littlest bingo hall. The Young Bucks, there's no chance that they lose this, and if they do, then I would riot. But yeah, Young Bucks all the way.
Come down the line. All right. But go ahead. Matt Sanders, he'll be a back Sanders with us. EPN squad take over. Receipt of California for the weekend. And turn up. My birthday.
Okay. Can I put up some news? I saw some tweets, but I could tell you that Drew Gulak and Brian Cage will be there tomorrow, if you guys were wondering. Like, who could we think who's going to be there? But I know those two are going to be there for sure. I got a source that Gulak is going to be there. And Brian Cage tweeted it that he's going to be at PWG. So, yeah.
Of course, damn it.
That's all.
Don't hide sources from me.
But it's very interesting. It's very interesting why they haven't announced more matches. I mean, that's very weird. I don't want to believe that they're afraid that they don't announce Roderick Strong not being the show. You know, people are not going to show up. I mean, people are still going to show up. You know, all because Roderick Strong's not there.
Tickets are already.
I know. I don't know why it's just weird. I mean,
so who's the source about Drew Gulak?
Huh?
Who's the source about the Drew Gulak?
Oh, we know this guy. Me, you know him. I don't want to put his name out there, but me, you know this guy really well.
Put him out there.
No, you can't put it out there right now, so.
Wow.
I can't do it.
Does this person listen to our show?
Probably.
Look at this no seller. Go ahead, Matt.
I can tell you this, though. Championship Wrestling from Hollywood is taping 2 days after PWG, so why not have Gulak do PWG and Thatcher?
Matt?
Yeah,
Matt.
I'm not too sure, to be honest. There's quite a few guys that could show up.
No, I'm talking about
what's going on.
Pick at the Bucks or Evans or...
Oh, the Bucks.
And of course, our guys who we think is going to come, of course, we got, Oscar said a source told him that he couldn't share with us. That's going to be there. And he said Brian Cage already did. Ethan Page said he's on the couch, so that's not going to happen.
What happened, Ethan Page?
He said he's going to be on his couch.
Okay.
Ricky Swan, I think he'll probably.
All right, well, if he does, I hope
interesting.
he can give him a shirt, him and Sue, and he can give one to Sue Young, you know?
I don't know, dude. When it comes to this, you know, I guess we got to sit, relax, and see who pulls in the minivans. And just look out for the tweets.
The only thing is 4 matches or 5, they have to add up. Because so far we'll have 4 matches, but to add more is going to be 4 or 5. I doubt we're going to have just 4 matches the whole night. That'll be weird, but...
Of course we're not having 4 matches, bro. Like, I don't know if you've been to the website lately. I don't know if you guys been to the website lately, but it says plus much more. So... It's definitely it's their anniversary show, so maybe we'll see somebody return. DJ Perkins, last time came, he felt like I kind of felt like he wasn't like dude didn't want to beat her. I understand. No, and that's not even a shoot.
Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, we'll just see. I mean, I feel like Ring of Honor fucked them over. But
you know, it's funny because Davey and fucking Eddie was there and they pulled out.
Oh, you know what? I think TNA are doing tapings right now. Maybe that's why they got pulled out. and maybe that means we probably won't see the T.J. Perkins.
Oh, that's fine with me. Well, New Japan Pro Wrestling, G1 Climax. Day 1, that's the only one I've seen so far. Awesome matches going on so far. All I have to say, Tanahashi and Kota Ibushi killed it. I was just pretty upset that Kota Ibushi did not go over. You know, Tanahashi, you know, I'm really not mad. You know, because the G1 Climax is something strange tournament. You know, Kota Ibushi can still win this thing. AJ Styles, him and Shibata killed it. They had a great match. I want to say those are the 2 matches out of the G1 Climax that out for me.
Yeah, the last 2 matches were like the best matches. The other ones were like whatever. But yeah, Tanahashi and Kota Ibushi was an awesome match. But I understand why. I mean, you gotta understand why they gave it to Tanahashi to win, because I feel like he's the top guy in New Japan, and he has to go over to start off this tournament. He has to go over, and unfortunately, Kota Ibushi was the first one of his opponent, so, you know, you have to give Tanahashi the win first, you know?
Yeah, so Doc Gallows, his match with Tenzan, it really wasn't that exciting whatsoever. Doc Gallows got pinned. Actually, I believe he tapped.
Yeah, he tapped out. I was surprised.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I feel like the Bullet Club wasn't getting no love that night, and I believe Nate went over too, right?
Yeah, you know, at day 2, I saw a little bit of it. They were losing too. The both tag matches they were in, they lost as well.
So it looks like the only Bullet Club members that really got love that night had to be AJ Styles, hands down.
Yeah.
The only Bullet Club member I think that's got to win day 1. I'm going to watch day 2 probably tonight. So, but I was really pumped to see my boy Michael Elgin in the same ring with Ishii for a minute. We got a little preview of that.
Right.
Okada, of course, was in that big tag team match. You had Cody Hall on the card. New Captain New Japan. I really did. Is it me or New Japan have a new outfit on?
Who, Captain New Japan?
Yeah.
Seems like he has a new outfit.
Yeah, because he usually has blue or something, or like red or something. It seemed like it was like a little different color. But once I remember when Tom was on here Monday, and I was like, David Finley and Jay White, could that be a tag team like for the juniors? I never really got your thoughts on that, Oscar. Like, I feel like those two would like match well.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. They put on a fair tag team. They need to fix up their tag team division. I feel like we're getting the same matches over and over again from both the heavyweights and the juniors. They need to put something different now. I mean, hopefully they can team up often so we can put them against. I don't know what division. I mean, I'm not sure what. I guess they're gonna put them in the junior tag division, if I'm not mistaken. But it'll be nice to see them once against the Bucks, RPG Vice, or Time Splitters. But it looks like Time Splitters might be stepping away from the tag team teams for right now. It's the Kushida thing and all that, so they might step away for a bit. So we'll see what happens. Red Dragon are.
You're talking about with Kushida as the ITV Junior Champ, right? So that means what's gonna happen with Alex Shelley? I kind of feel like you just opened up a whole new story right there, a whole new combo for us. What would New Japan do with Alex Shelley?
Well, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say with Alex Shelley, I think he's he's one of those guys. I think he's really towards the end of his career, but I think you got to give him the swan song somewhat. But it's so hard with promotions like that. What you do with them? I like to see him get some kind of push, but I think because of the fact that he's up there in age, I think that it's almost like it's that swan song that he gets guys over. I think that's pretty much going to be the rest of his career. But that's just from observation-wise. I mean, we could be surprised, and he could have the best push of his career. But for me, I think he's going to be a good talent enhancement and win a couple matches.
Matt, did you have any thoughts on that? Guess Matt's not paying attention to the show.
No, I don't really have any thoughts. Just the frozen computer.
Oh, okay. I know we're on the Time Splitters conversation, but Kushida and Kyle O'Reilly are actually booked to face off each other again, and this is going to be a Revolution Pro in the UK. I could definitely see these guys selling the show out there. This is going to be October 2nd. So, London, UK fans, be on the lookout for that, because Kyle O'Reilly and Kushida are two of the best wrestlers right now in the world, hands down.
I love Kushida. I think he's so much fun to watch. He's unbelievable.
Kyle O'Reilly too.
Yeah, O'Reilly too. Absolutely. Those two. I mean, I think that they're definitely show stealers. I think if that show doesn't sell out, it's crazy, because that show itself probably will have people talking over there. I mean, that could be maybe even a match of the year candidate, possibly.
We already saw what they did in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Matthew, I don't know if you wanted to go over Beyond Wrestling's card for Sunday.
Yeah, I could definitely do that. American Rana 15 going down this Sunday night at Bet Music. Really big show for Beyond Wrestling. Some big matches going down as well. I think probably one of the biggest cards in the short history of Beyond Wrestling. Really big going on there. Just trying to pull it up, to be completely honest. American Rana 15, we have the big main event, a year in the making, the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson against Death by Elbow, Chris Hero and JT Dunn. We also have the supposed retirement of Chuck Taylor as he teams up with Trent as the best friends to take on Team Tremendous, Dan Barry, Bill Carr. A grudge match of Kimberly taking on Heidi Lovelace, and this is a first-time ever match. The Kingdom, Matt Taven and Michael Bennett taking on Biff Busick and Drew Gulak. Teacher versus Student, Brian Fury versus Donovan Dijak. The Beaver Boys versus Brian Myers and Ryan Rush. Atomico's match, I'm not sure at all what that means, but Team Pazuzu against the Hit Squad, Nick Gage, Shinron, and a partner to be named. First time ever, Johnny Gargano against David Starr. A casket match between Matt Tremont and Stockade, and a four-way tag team matchup with the Hoods taking on the Garden State Gods against Ricky Shane Page and Davey Vega against Anthony Stone and Nicholas Kay. And there is also a secret show the day before, I believe, as well. So a big show for Beyond Wrestling this weekend. Highly recommend supporting it.
So that means Drew Gulak is not doing championship wrestling from Hollywood Sunday because at Beyond.
Interesting.
Correct.
That Nick Gage match is going to sound interesting. He's so interesting to watch. Ever since he got out of prison, he is unbelievably interesting. That guy has no pain threshold whatsoever. He will go through thumbtacks and everything. So I'm kind of curious to see what he does at Beyond. What brings that show.
Hey, I have a question for. I'm looking at something about Canadian wrestling. I think it's about these women going on tour. But you heard of Canadian? I see these two chicks from California are heading over there. Paige Shin, she's like a SoCal chick wrestler here, and someone from the North Cal named Kikyo Nakamura. She's like a big girl. They're both heading up in Canada to be part of this tour in Canada. So. I mean, I'm just going to ask you about that, things.
Yeah, they've been they've been picking up some big talent lately. Actually, they just used Michael Elgin on the past tour. They just used my boy Carter Mason. PJ Black, the former Jesse Gabriel, was on their tour. As I get a Facebook message from Skits. Thank you. Continuing on, a few other guys were used there as well. Really good promotion out there. They've been doing some tours lately and using some of the guys that I like, so I can't say enough good things.
All right, cool. Because doing the tour between September 25th to October 3rd, so I guess shout out to them for Canada.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. I wanted to make I just want to let everybody know the Elite Podcast Network. Half of us getting together for Battle of Los Angeles. I know we talk about it at times, so we got a lot of plans coming up. So just letting you guys know, be looking at either a WWP Twitter or a WrestlingHeads Twitter or Elite Podcast Net Twitter account, and we'll let you know. We're trying to work on some huge guests for everybody. So be on the lookout, folks. We're definitely trying to set up some things for Bola. August is basically here, right around the corner. So I don't know about you, Matt and Oscar, but I'm excited. Let's get it going.
Yeah, let's keep on doing them. Can't wait for to see Matt get his ass over here. Now you can feel put it this way, we could pop Matt's cherry, PWG cherry away. So we'll be there. So
that's not a bad thing, because I remember when my PWG cherry was broken.
So Matt, welcome to the family.
Definitely going to be a good weekend.
Yeah, you're getting your cherry pop that weekend.
Folks, before we go off air, I just want to say, if you're listening, please help us out and tweet Beyond Wrestling at Beyond Wrestling. Tweet our friends at AAW Pro, Smash Wrestling, A1 Wrestling. Like, tweet them all. We want to get Willie Mack to those promotions. He's trying to work different places. He's trying to get his name around the world. This guy's one of the best in the world, I believe. Definitely Wrestler of the Year in SoCal in my book. Just letting you guys know, another announcement me and Oscar have been talking about. This year, we're going to do a top 25 wrestlers in SoCal. It was going to be top 20, but I think 25 is enough. So top 25 SoCal wrestlers. Be on the lookout for that. Girls are included in that too, and tag teams. So, and solo guys. So, be on the lookout.
Sweet.
Before we go off air, we're gonna start putting off, give our plugs. Chase, you want to give out your plugs? Let folks know where they can find your blogs or whatnot, and your Twitter, and whatever shows you're gonna be going to soon.
Yeah, my Twitter is ChaseM262. You can follow me on Facebook, same thing, just Chase Merriman. I'm pretty much from the Wrestling Heads, so blogs under usually my thoughts or live events and other interesting musings. My next wrestling event is going to be August 1st. I'm going to Brawl at the Ballpark, and they're going to have Vader, Rhino, Shane Douglas, and a bunch of American Revolution Wrestling. And then a week after that, I'm going to ASWA that's going to have Rhino again and a couple other guys. And one guy who actually just got signed by NXT named Marcus Scott. It's going to be his last match before he goes NXT. And the day before that, I'm going to see Johnny Gargano and a couple other people with used to be Prime Wrestling. They're getting back together, and they're having a little show of Prime Wrestling people. So Matt Cross, I think, is going to be there, or Son of Havoc from Lucha Underground, Johnny, Candice LeRae, and a few other people. And then Wrestling Geek Fest the week after that. It's a big weekend in independent wrestling. Moose is going to be there, Leva Bates, trying to think what else. They have a full slew of people at Wrestling Geek Fest. The lineup's unbelievable. They're going to have everybody from Dalton Castle from Ring of Honor is going to be there. For Devastation Corp from Chikara. It's a pretty loaded card and event. And they'll have the Battle of the Sexes the night before with Kimberly. I think it's going to be there for sure. I know Crazy Mary Dodson's there, Allison Kay, Mia Yim is going to be wrestling her boyfriend Eddie Kingston, and then Candace versus Johnny Gargano is the main event. So
it's boyfriend versus girlfriend day, huh?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Oh, and Ethan Page he's going to be wrestling Allison Kay, so that's going to be a good match. Those two together will be really interesting. Ethan really taken off in AIW. I think he's going to be the next title holder for them once he gets the Stallions, Ricochet, and Page. I'll be curious to see where he goes after Battle of the Sexes.
You were AIW regular, right?
Yeah, I go to AIW quite a bit. I was just at Absolution, so I got to see the greatest backbreaker I've ever seen. I think one of the best moves ever. Alexander, ACH, those guys are just unbelievable. They're so underrated. So it was a great card all around.
Definitely, dude. Sure to follow this man and his work on WrestlingHeads.com. My boy Matt, talk to us, man.
Yeah, I am sitting here actually, and I finally caved. I made an Instagram for WWP, so highly recommend finally checking that out.
Finally,
Weekly Wrestling Podcast. I also recommend checking us out on Twitter at Weekly W Podcast, Facebook.com/Weekly Wrestling Podcast. Let's see, YouTube.com/Weekly Wrestling Podcast. Check out past interviews. We posted Jeff Jarrett and Tommy Dreamer interviews from past weeks just so people wouldn't have to go through Blog Talk Radio to check those ones out for themselves. So those are posted in their entirety on our YouTube channel. Big things coming up, so stay tuned to the Elite Podcast Network. It's going to be a big month going forward.
Definitely, dude. My boy Oscar, talk to us, man.
Yeah, first of all, I want to shout out to all the listeners. I guess I've seen some tweets about Willie Mack going to Smash Wrestling. I've seen somebody tweeted Willie Mack to go to TNA. But yeah, shout out to all you guys. I also want to give a shout out to Ray. She's out in Ohio. She just did Rockstar Pro. I'm sure you're familiar with that, Chase. Rockstar Pro. Just did that.
Oh, Rockstar Pro. That is actually becoming the next. People are saying here in the Midwest the next HCW possibly. That's a great show. That's very. If you get a chance, so definitely watch that. That is a great promotion.
Yeah, she just did a show out there. I think it was yesterday. So now she's today doing somewhere something the Juggalos show. Maybe you know more about it.
Yeah, the Gathering of Juggalos is this weekend. It's in the middle of nowhere, literally. Like it's like backwoods country, like Deliverance type. It's in a little town called Thornville, Ohio, and the only reason I know that is because my uncle used to live out there. It's a 4-day event, and it's literally like it's interesting wrestling. I think their champion is the Weed Man, and a lot of guys who are in Global Force, like Congo Kong, usually came from there. And I'm trying to think. I think Crazy Mary Dodson, but yeah, it's definitely an interesting event. And I've heard the wrestling out there is actually pretty incredible.
All right, yeah. So my girl Ray's is up. So she's doing a little.
Shout out to Ray's, one of SoCal's best female wrestlers, hands down. She's up there.
Yeah.
I want to put out some plugs. Or did you put your plugs up?
No, I didn't put my plugs, but you can follow me at Sinister632 on Twitter, Instagram, and Periscope. You can check out my Periscope. Follow Wrestling Heads on Periscope. Or follow Skits on Periscope as well. We might be doing some Periscoping. We're online and stuff, and that's the show with intermission at PWG tomorrow night. So just check us out. And I know some guys wish you're at PWG show, but if you want to know how it feel like, you want the line, follow us up on Periscope. And check out WrestlingHeads.com. And tune in every week here in WrestlingHeads, especially July 30th. We have Dyer on. And, yeah, you never know who will be coming up pretty soon, so keep out for a lookout.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm WH Skits. You can follow me on that Twitter account. That's my Twitter account. You can also follow me, just like Oscar said. I am now on Periscope at WH Skits. I probably got 2 broadcasts up there. I'll probably do a couple of them, so be on the lookout for that. Should be fun. Of course, WrestlingHeads is the other Twitter that I would use if I'm not, on WH Skits. ProWrestlingTees.com/WrestlingHeads. Purchase your WrestlingHeads t-shirt now. Support the squad if you're with the squad. And if you support the squad. Also, want to say make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. YouTube.com/WrestlingHeads. We are also on Instagram at WrestlingHeads. I'm actually on Instagram right now. Follow us on there if you want to see some cool pictures with us, with WWE superstars, independent wrestlers, and just folks holding up our T-shirt or wearing our T-shirts. What else do I have? Do I have anything else? I'm on Facebook.com/WrestlingHeads. We're trying to get back into using Facebook more. Just like Oscar said, in the 30th, Daria, she's from Tough Enough to be on here, so be on the lookout for that. And I'm glad my boy Patrick is already booked. He's in a triple threat with David Starr and some other guy. Okay, I see.
What's that?
I don't know, somewhere in New York. Now it's damn one on the West.
I know.
David Starr.
I'm like, this is crazy. David Starr in New York. Oh, fuck it.
But I think Mans is about to go on his Xbox and talk to homie Matt. Still waiting on this motherfucker to get out of here. Motherfuckers can get some in and out, because I haven't had in and out in so long, and I'm definitely craving some in and out, like right about now. But
damn.
Shout out to my boy Tom one time.
Yeah, shout out for Tom, man. You bastard.
Shout out to Willie Mack for being on the show. Had a fun.
And Skits, you're only a month away, so relax on the in and out. I know you like in and out, so yeah.
He'll be here fast. He'll be fast. Anything else, gentlemen, before we go off air? Because I'm about to hit that end the show button. I have one more question.
What?
I have one more question before we go, and I need somebody to actually give me an answer. Because if nobody gives me an answer about this one, I don't know if I can play this one no more. But
is he going to rack him?
This guy.
Somebody answer that. Nobody can answer it?
No!
Nobody can answer, huh?
Wow.
Nope.
Oh, all right, we're out here. Peace, people.
All right, peace.